So today is the rare description and mention about Lord Hayagreeva. So today I will like to tell you the discussion which we don't do very often. Hayagreeva. Bhagavan Hayagreeva ki. So Lord Hayagreeva is the incarnation of Lord Vishnu, having the head of horse and body of a human being. He has a brilliant golden color of a freshly cut crystal. What is crystal? Spatik. You have seen crystals? Many ornaments we have crystals. So it's a brilliant white color or golden color, you can say. He is the god of wisdom and knowledge. That is why when he breathed, the Vedic hymns came out. Omkar also came out. He is the god of wisdom, of knowledge and wisdom, defeating the demoniac forces of passion and darkness. Darkness is what? Avidya. Avidya, what is it is replenished by knowledge, Vidya. He is the guru of goddess Saraswati. Very significantly, please note down. Because goddess Saraswati is goddess of knowledge. So she takes blessings from Lord Hayagreeva. She is a devotee of Lord Hayagreeva and disciple also. At the time of beginning of learning, I don't know how many of you know, there's a place in Udupi where little Vasudev, who later became Madhvacharya, did his Vidyarambha. There's a Vidyarambha ceremony in our samskaras where we learn. It's called in Bengali Hate Khadi Samskar. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, baby Nimai, underwent this samskar called Hate Khadi Samskar. In rice, you write first word, either Om or whatever, in the plate of rice. The child is taught. And goddess Saraswati and Hayagreeva is worshipped on that day. So if you go to Udupi, today also we'll have the place called Hate Khadi Samskar. Tulsi Devi is there also. So in the beginning of learning Vidyarambha ceremony, Lord Hayagreeva is worshipped for his blessings. He has 4 arms. Now you can imagine, the Lord who is beautifully brilliant, like golden white color, horse head, he has 4 arms. And generally, Lord Hayagreeva is in sitting position. You will not find anywhere Lord Hayagreeva in standing position like Lakshmi Narayan or Radha Krishna. Right front hand, you can understand this hand, is in the mode of bestowing knowledge, a pose of teaching. It's called as Vyakhya Mudra. What is Vyakhya? Definition. Vyakhya is definition. When we define certain thing, certain concepts, which we do in education, right? So he is in that Vyakhya Mudra, which is called as Vyakhya Mudra. Sometimes he holds Akshamala in his hand along with Vyakhya Mudra. That is in the mode of meditation also. So his right hand represents teaching and also meditation. Left hand holds a scripture to display the mood of a teacher. He is here to teach the Vedas. And in the rest of his 2 hands, there is Panchajanya Shankha on left behind and Sudarshan Chakra in front behind. Have you imagined everything properly? Akshamudra, Vyakhya Mudra in right hand, Shastra in left hand. In this hand, what is there? Sudarshan Chakra. And left behind, Panchajanya Shankha. He is worshipped in, very rarely, in one temple only. He is worshipped alone. That is Tiruvantipuram temple in Kerala, in sitting posture, alone in meditative pose. In the most temples of India is worshipped with goddess Lakshmi as Lakshmi Hayagreeva. Lakshmi Hayagreeva Bhagwan ki. There are 11 temples in Tamil Nadu. Most temples are in South India. 1 temple in Northeast, Assam. 1 temple in Puducherry, also South. 4 temples in Karnataka, near my hometown, Udupi. 6 temples in Andhra Pradesh and 2 temples in Telangana of Lord Lakshmi Hayagreeva. Believe me, any temple of Hayagreeva you go, very different, intense, educative mood is there. Because Lord Hayagreeva has a very different aura of education and wisdom. There is a shastra called Pancharatrika. You have heard it, right? Pancharatra. And the part of it called as Pancharatra Agama. There is a Hayagreeva Maha Mantra, which I will like all of you to recite with me. Huh? We will not get chance another other time to chant this kind of mantras, but it is a very powerful mantra. Jnananandamayam Devam. Jnananandamayam Devam. Nirmala Spatikakrutim. Nirmala Spatikakrutim. Adharam Sarva Vidyanam. Adharam Sarva Vidyanam. Hayagreevam Upasmaye. Hayagreevam Upasmaye. He is the Lord of knowledge and bliss. Ananda and Jnana. Jnana Ananda Mayam. He is pure, Nirmala, and as brilliant as freshly cut crystal. Spatika Kritim. Adharam Sarva Vidyanam. He is support of all knowledge. And Hayagreevam Upasmaya means I meditate, I worship Lord Hayagreeva. This is what you said just now. So the story of Hayagreeva is very interesting, how he appeared. Interestingly, he has appeared on the same tithi as Balram Jayanti. But much before in Satya Yuga. Balramji appeared as Balram in Dwapar Yuga. So Shravan Shuddha Purnima. That is called Raksha Bandhan Purnima. In Satya Yuga, Kashyap Muni and Danu gave birth to one demon called Hayagreeva. Now there are three ladies who gave to variety of demoniac species. One is Danu, who gave birth to Danavas, and another is Aditi is Devata's mother. Diti, who gave birth to Daityas, and one more is there who gave to birth to Rakshasas. So three different dynasties of demoniac mentality people. So this Danu and Kashyapa gave birth to one demon called Hayagreeva, who happened to have the head of a horse and a body of a human being. He was a demon. So he did severe tapasya for pleasing goddess Durga. And when he pleased her, he asked for a boon that he will not be killed by anybody else who does not look like him. बुद्धिमान है ना बहुत, है ना? I remember the same thing Lakshman told Sita. This deer is nowhere in the creation of Brahma. I don't know any of the species like this. So he is not a deer, he is a demon. But she was difficult to believe for her. Similarly, he was very intelligent. He knew that this kind of species is not there. Only a person like him can kill him. That means nobody can kill him. So then naturally he became very proud and started harassing demigods and ruled over them, harassed them. So all the demons went to Lord Vishnu and pleaded him, please save us. So he went and declared a war with Hayagreeva, demon, as Vishnu, naturally. And he said that 10,000 years they fought. And Lord Vishnu could not defeat him. It was just like going on and on. And surprisingly and amazingly, not the demon, but Lord Vishnu got tired. And he wanted a break to rest and rejuvenate. So went to one place to rest and rejuvenate. And I am telling you, he sat in meditation to rest and rejuvenate. And what he did, his bow that he had, bow has a metal part and a string, right, called pratyancha. And the metal part moves and meets at one point to the pratyancha. And there's a thread, right, rope. So there that particular point he put under the chin. And other end of the ground. And he, like this, sat for meditation. Now demigods are waiting and waiting. They were worried that the demon may attack him in the meditative posture or attack us in the meantime and destroy all of us. So they wanted to wake him up. They did a lot of things. They played instruments and chanted loudly, danced, everything, but he couldn't wake up. So now they are wondering what to do, how to wake him up. So Indra created a group of termites. You know termites at home? They eat up the wood white ants. So they created a group of white ants and told them, cut that string which is holding the bow in position. When that string is snapped, naturally it will fall down and Vishnu will wake up. So this way he'll wake up and he'll start fighting. So the ants worked for a long time because it is Vishnu's pratyancha, not our drama pratyancha. So at one point of time, after long efforts, the string got snapped. That means effort mission successful. But everything is not in our control. It got snapped, that is true. But the bow, it got snapped in such a way that the string went and cut off the head of Vishnu and the head disappeared, which I never heard of. But this is what the divine plan was. Instead of waking up Vishnu, Vishnu's head was cut off. And Lakshmi came crying. All the demigods went running to Vishnu, Durga Devi. Please, mother, save us. Now we are fatherless. So Vishnu, Durga Devi, instead of feeling sorry, she felt very happy. Because she knew the story. Because she had given the bone. She said, don't worry. This is as per the divine plan. It may not be known to you, right? We have to always understand everything that happens in our life may not be known to us, but it is always good for us. You may know, you may not know. If you are told, it is good. If you don't know also, have faith that what is happening is for all of our ultimate welfare and good. This when you achieve, not sometimes, permanently, then you are a real devotee of the Lord. The real devotee of the Lord, he knows or doesn't know. He knows one thing, everything happens for good. So she said, go, Indra, go and find out a head of a white horse and fix it on the body of shoulder of Lord Vishnu. So Lord Indra went and found out a horse, cut off his head, brought Vishwakarma with him, and Vishwakarma sculptured and fitted the head of a white horse, brilliant horse head on the body of Vishnu. And lo and behold, that was the day, Shravan Purnima, when actually Lord appeared as Lord Hayagreeva. He became Hayagreeva, exactly as per the benediction given by Durga Devi. There is an epic called as Taraka Yuddha. One scripture is there. Like, many scriptures there, Rudra Yamala, and so many things we read in various Puranas. In this epic, it is mentioned as soon as the Lord became Lord Hayagreeva, body of a human being, and of course, not human being, but divine humanly body, human-like body, and head of a horse. Lord Hayagreeva appeared on the battlefield to fight with demon Hayagreeva. He looked like a brilliant white horse on the chariot drawn by 1,000 horses, crushing all the enemies of demigods with his divine chariot, under his divine chariot. His shape, difficult to understand this statement, his shape was made up of all the mantras which personified the Vedas. That means his existence was made by Vedic mantras. His entire body and bones were made up of all the devatas. All the demigods were his bones and parts of his body. Lord Shiva was on the middle of his head, residing. Marichi, the son of the mind of Brahma. Marichi and the rays of sun was his mane. Horse has got mane, no? In Marathi we say Ayala. That was as brilliant as rays of sun and sun Marichi. The sun and the moon were his eyes. Vasus and Sandhyas were his legs. Agni Dev was his tongue. Satya Devi was his speech. Marut and Varun Dev were his knees. And all the demigods were astonished to see this most wonderful, unbelievable, brilliant form of the Lord exhibiting anger with his red eyes. With this unique form, he vanquished the demon Hayagreeva very easily, not like the before 10,000 years struggling to kill him, because that was what is ordained by Durga Devi's benediction. Now, one significant point is that you see, even if you read Bhagavatam or other scriptures where the demons are killed by the Lord, all the time, if you go deeply and understand, the Lord is fulfilling the Varadan or benediction given by some of his pure devotee. Jajali Muni's Varadan to that Utkacha who became Bakasura. Huh? Varatantu, who was benedicted by Brahaspati that you will become bull and Lord will kill you and deliver you. Nalakuver Manigriva, who were naked dancing in the Mandakini river shamelessly, they were cursed to become trees. And then they were given benediction that you will be standing in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj watching Krishna's pastimes and Krishna will deliver you. So it is explained very clearly by Jiva Goswami. Krishna went to outside in the courtyard to those two trees, remembering Narad Muni and his word given to those two sons of Kuberas. So here also, why the Lord had to do sit down, get his head cut off and do the transplant surgery, huh? And then kill Hayagreeva. He could have killed before also, but he wanted to honor his devotee, his Bairanga Shakti, Durga Devi. Her word he honored. So there is small connection of this history of Hayagreeva. Hayagreeva also had a son. I just mentioned just now. What was his name? Utkacha. Hayagreeva's son. And this Utkacha also very powerful, very beautiful, very handsome, and very siddha by tapasya. And he conquered demigods and he ruled over demigods for 100 celestial years, one day of which is 6 months of earthly life. Such 100 celestial years, 180 days into 30 days is 1 month. Such 12 months in a year. And such 100 years he ruled demigods. And demigods went to Lord Vishnu and said, do something for him. He was anyway very proud and very beautiful, very handsome, very chivalrous, very powerful. So in his great pride, he went to Jajali Muni's ashram. And Jajali Muni was a personality, very significant personality. There are many people like him. In his presence, wherever he stayed, nobody fought. All the inimical animals also became friends. No shatrutva, no envy. Huh? So all tigers, deers and all kinds of inimical animals and living entities were living together very happily. Here many ponds. So one of the ponds, this fellow came. He had something like murli, huh? A wooden rod with hole. He put it in the water and some fish came out of curiosity in that particular wooden rod. And as soon as they came in sufficient amount, he put it in the mound. And again he put it down. Again some fish came. Again he put it in the mound. In the meantime, Jajali Muni came there. Hey, stop, stop. In our ashram, there is no himsa here. He didn't bother. He didn't care for the sadhu. And he again put it and again put it in mouth. The sadhu said, you are so fond of eating fish, go become a duck. Now he said, go become a duck. He became duck there only. When Narad Muni said, now you become trees. They became trees there only. All the demons, when they were cursed, they became that there only. So he became a duck there only, with the head of a duck touching the clouds in the sky, huge like mountain. And all his pride turned down to zero immediately. Now he understood the power of the word of a sadhu. He didn't take a weapon. He just said something. And immediately he had to turn, such a powerful man, because he knew how powerful he was. And he was crushed. His pride was crushed. So he became duck, and then Krishna entered in his body, expanded, came out of his body, and tore apart his beaks, and he killed him. So this is a connection story to this particular personality. In short, I'll mention to you, there is something called as Hayagreeva Upanishad also, which has got 20 verses only and 2 chapters only. If you recite the verses of Hayagreeva Upanishad on Ekadashi, the benediction is, you will be blessed with Hayagreeva's grace, attain salvation, and all the sins will be eradicated. Bolo Hayagreeva Bhagavan ki